If you knew who walked beside you at all times on this path that you have chosen, you could never experience fear or doubt again. That's a beautiful quote from Wayne Dyer. God bless his soul. Hello, my name is Sangeeta.
And I'm Yogi.
And together we're the Thriving Retirees. Thank you for joining us again. Today we're going to talk about a lead off from our previous video around fears in retirement.
Facing the fears, yeah.
Facing the fears in retirement. And those are fears around money or lack of it, loss of mobility, and feeling uselessness and lonely or lonely. So last time, or in the last video, I shared my fears with you and how I handle them. Today, I'm going to pass you over to Yogi, and he will share his fears and how he dealt with um, them. So Yogi, what's it all about?
Right, so I will just tackle the first one, which is fear of running out of money, which is the most common fear that people face. And I don't know about how people handle it. It is a difficult one, but I'm going to share how I handled it. And in fact, I have gone through an experience like that before. Since my childhood, I never, just like Sangeeta, who said to you last time in the video, that in fact, from childhood, we've been brought up with saying that it's better not to have any debt. So I'm in my childhood and growing up, while I was working, I always managed to pay off my debt, whether it's credit card, then credit card was paid off every month. End of the month, it was all paid off, rather than running into the second and third and fourth month and paying interest. The only debt I had was when I first bought a property in London, which was the mortgage. Again, I was determined to pay that off as soon as possible. So basically, there was no debt. But this fear of running out or not having
enough.
was actually happened to me in 2008. As you all remember, 2008 was the worldwide economic crush, the financial downturn, turn down, or however you want to put it, downturn, or the crash, the worldwide crash that happened.
Financial crash.
And what had happened was a lot of people have lost a lot of things. And in that time, I was in Spain running a hospitality business, having 3 properties. Life was very, very good, merry, and had a small family. It took me 5 years with this fear of going, first of all, totally bankrupt. In Spain, it happened overnight, and it took me, when I met Sangeeta, I was just basically signing off everything. Everything that I had, I lost. But while I was losing, I was saying to myself, will I be financially bankrupt? And I must say that 5 years was a very stressful time. And so I really appreciate when people are really fearful. But do you know what? While I went through, it was difficult. Looking back now, um, I'm glad I went through, because I do not have any more fear of not having any money. Yes, I sacrificed a lot of things, including my family, but I overcame that fear, because at the end of the day, I still met Sangeeta. we still began a wonderful life together with nothing between us. Uh,
Well,
and,
we
and
both didn't have any money.
no, not at all. But we had our lives and
Yeah.
we had support. As long as you believe in yourself, we are lucky now. 5, 6, 7 years down the road now, we are looking forward to our uh, retirement, financially free as well as time free, as
Yeah.
Sangeeta
And
has
stress
mentioned,
free.
and stress free. So I would say yes, tackle it head on, like Sangeeta had said last time. Because while you go through the experience, yes, it might be difficult, but once you come out of it, and I must say, I did come out of it without going bankrupt. So I had my integrity and whatever, uh, but not much money. But that's fine. And we had courage to start all over again, and we did. So that's
And I
what.
still loved you.
Yes, and we still managed to do a lot of things without worrying about what's gonna be happening tomorrow. Because hey, retirement is like that. It is another phase of your life, and at any point, money can change, come, go.
Mm.
It's a very a material thing,
Mm.
but as long as you have your courage and yourself and you believe in yourself, you shall have a wonderful retirement. That I can guarantee. So second thing, the mobility that we talked about, the fear of losing the mobility, and i.e. the health. uh, I must say I have had a fantastically active life. uh, Everything I'd done opposite to Sangeeta, that I never had office work, always been working with people. I was in theater and following running businesses in sales. So it was always to do with activeness. Plus, I we talked about keeping physically fit as well as um, health wise, keeping fit. And that kind of routine, your body, even now that we don't have that hectic life, we still carry on with our
Mm.
mobility issues. So we go for walks and we have our routine exercise, not to push it too
You're
much.
strict on what you put into your body,
Yeah,
and when you eat, you only eat when you're hungry.
yeah, yeah.
You
I only
don't
have 2 meals.
overindulge.
Yeah,
Not like me.
yeah. But
I love my food.
yeah, everybody's different. Everybody is different, and but as long as you maintain that regularity,
Mm.
uh, you will be fine. Even the mobility, other than accidents, can happen. So, so that part, I would say that I'm now in my 60s, but I'm still still running, still doing a lot of things. That brings me to the third point, which is when as I was approaching, and we were thinking about our retirement, and one of the things that last past 6 years, that having lost that business, that the fantastic business I had, very successful business in Spain. Um, since then, I've been sort of really wondering in terms of being useful, being accountable, learning new skills, to be worth. So I always see myself as doing a project. What's next, and keep myself busy, and that kept me going from one to other. And there were a lot of people who brings the age into it, and they say, oh, but you are over 50s, and now you're over 55s, you won't get these and won't get that. Well, I managed to,
Prove them wrong.
yeah. I managed to work in the banking sector,
with
without
all the
any
teeny boppers,
with all
the young things.
3 times younger than me. But it was fun. It was learning curves, and financial industry. I wanted to dig into that. Then I worked in a event industry as well. Again,
Teeny boppers.
yeah, totally different field. But what what I challenge myself. I put myself into these, to be able to learn continuously new things. As I'm now doing totally new things, which is YouTubing, which is again us to have no clue, but we're starting, and
So be gentle with us.
yeah. Well, with your support,
Yeah.
still, we're doing good. So I would say that that's how to face. I am very people oriented person, so I tend to make friends. I get on with people. I've been doing that all my life, because having born in Africa and then brought up in India until the teenage, coming over to England and then going to Spain. So, and traveling. So I managed to get on with people and adapt, and make friends. I have friends all over the world. So uh, to keep that up and until you die. So not to just keep up with the people. How can I use that person? But it doesn't harm every now and then just call up on them and say, hey, how you doing? I just wanted to catch up with you, and be very gentle. But even though we have nothing common in our life or profession, we still keep up with it. So keeping that social circle, it's very useful as well. So
I think you find it easy to make friends,
yeah,
and people I think naturally gravitate towards you.
yeah,
Whereas I'm the opposite. I'm more of an introvert. He's an extrovert,
yeah.
and I find it difficult to meet people, and I'm pretty shy as well. So um, Yogi does all the talking, as you can see.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's why, I would say the why stop living, because
Yeah.
because you are entering your last phase of your life, you still got a life, and you can live that life fully, and that's what I believe in. And I'm still having several projects until I'm just beginning to enter into this retirement phase. But my advice to people would be, hey, this is what I love doing, and why not have a go at it, and you will overcome those fears, no problem. uh, at the end of the day, we are coming out of a lockdown and virus and fears and all that. So
But we've got a positive spin on it. I think it's enabled you to learn about YouTube, about side hustles, and we're, I think, constantly learning new things, and we're not letting it get us down.
hmm,
Um, and I think in summary, I think we tend to forget what retirement or who retirement is about. It's about you.
hmm,
Yeah, it's about you've in the past you've raised a family, looked after kids, you looked after your parents, um, looked after your employers. So now it's the time for you,
yeah, yeah.
and this should be about you. This is about how you want to spend it, and the only way you can spend it is to be fully open to what's coming your way, and not to worry about whether money's going to run out, whether your body's not going to work, and get out there and make friends, and get out there and do some exercise, get out in the nature. You'll be amazed what's out there.
So with that uh, positive note, thank you so much for watching our videos. We make videos every Saturday. We produce every Saturday, and we look forward to seeing you again. If you like these contents, please, we really, really appreciate your comment, likes, and subscribe if you are new. And our journey is just beginning, so we would love to share a lot of things with us. By the time we are in few years down the road, you will know us inside out. Until next time,
Till the next video.
bye bye.
Bye.